Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ify Artistry. If this is your first time running into my video, you are highly welcome, and if you have been a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming here. Okay guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I transformed my gorgeous princess. She's my friend, my gorgeous model. So guys, I'm going to be making her up. I'm going to be beating her face, and I want you guys to walk me through that and see how I was able to achieve it. Okay guys, so first of all I started with cleaning her face. As you all know, cleanliness is next to godliness, and you want to clean the face thoroughly before you begin to apply the makeup. Okay guys, I actually dropped a video on how I prep the skin properly. Like I went into details on how I prep the skin. I would want you guys to go see the video. I'm going to actually be running through that right now, but it was more detailed on that video. Okay guys, so after cleaning the face and drying up, I went in with the Cosrx moisturizer. I'm going to be using this one first to hydrate the skin. So I actually applied it on the face, and I'm using my brush to just like blend it into the skin. Of course, you want to blend this into the skin properly, and after blending with the brush, I'm going to go in with my hands as well, because you would want to blend it very well with your hands. You don't want to I don't, for me, I do blending with my hands. This is because I want to feel the texture by myself before I move on. After blending this in, I'm going in with another moisturizer. That is a hydrating serum, this Zaron hydrating serum. So I went in with that one as well, and I just love how this serum feels. Like this particular one, the second product, I love how it feels on the, I don't know, for some reasons, like it's actually very hydrating, but not as excessively hydrating like some products anyway, but I just love how it feels anyway. So after blending that one, I went in with the Hydro Grip Primer as her main primer, like the face primer, and I blended that into the skin as well, avoiding the under eyes. I didn't want that to get in under eyes. I just I'm gonna blend it every other place except that place. So this grip primer, this Hydro Grip, helps to like help your makeup to sit. After that, I went in with the Milk Hydro Grip spray. I used the primer first, then the spray, and I applied it on the face. And after that, I equally dried it into the skin. I actually gave my 2 cents, and I explained how all this was achieved and reason why in the video that I'm talking about. After that, I applied the Becca Primer on the T-zones to help control her oil. So like I was saying, I explained the reason why most of these products actually go in. This is actually my skin prep for my bridal jobs, most of them. Okay, I would want you guys to go watch and enjoy. So after applying this Becca Primer everywhere, I'm going to be using the Kiss Beauty Setting Spray to set and lock in everything I've done. After doing that, I'm equally going to go ahead and dry it up into the skin. Then guys, moving on, I'm going to be using this foundation, the Nars foundation and the Jaydriz Cosmetics foundation. Yeah, I'm using the 2 of them. So I'm going to apply it on her face, and then blend it into the skin. So but first of all, I'm going to be applying this everywhere, on her cheeks, her jaw, keep it bold, the forehead, yeah, everywhere that I want the foundation to be. And guys, if you know about Nars foundation, you will know that this foundation is very, very like creamy. Like it's just like water. It's just like water. The product is so light, if I'm gonna say that. Yeah, so me applying it this way, honestly, I'm just applying, but like the product is not too much because it's so creamy. Like you can see my blending, guys. Make your foundations creamy, and you are going to enjoy it. So whenever I mix my foundation and I use like very creamy products, I enjoy it because it's going to give you something beautiful and something nice. I don't know if you guys understand. So after blending this in, can you look at the feel of that foundation and everything? I'm going to be going in with the what is it called, the Nars Younger Beauty. Sorry guys, I think I did one thing. Yeah, so I'm going to be going in with the what's it called, the Younger Beauty concealer in the shade 1, and the Kevin Aucoin concealer XS10 or 11, I don't know, but it's something like that. So I'm going to be using that one as well. I'm going to be blending that in the outer part. The Younger Beauty is inside, and then so just blend and just keep it there. After that, I begin to blend it into the skin with my beauty sponge. Just blend, and then I'm going to be using the beauty sponge as well to equally blend it. As I'm using the beauty sponge to blend it into the skin, I'm going to be blending the under eyes. First of all, the first one I'm blending is the Kevin Aucoin, and you guys already know how much coverage the Kevin Aucoin has, guys. It has this much coverage that once you blend it, it doesn't need any introduction, guys. Okay guys, so after blending, I left the Younger Beauty that I put in the under eyes for a while. Younger Beauty is very creamy, but Kevin Aucoin is not creamy. It's not, yeah. It's thick, it has coverage, yeah, but it's a very nice concealer. Okay guys, so after that, I'm using my my foundation as her cheek contour, as a contour product, or the contour anything I'm going to be using for her. So I'm going to be using that to contour her face. Okay guys, yeah, so I'm going to be contouring the cheeks, her forehead. Yes, I'm going to be contouring everywhere that I'm supposed to contour. Yeah, and I'm going to equally be using my brush to like blend it very well into the skin. Okay guys, so that is it. I'm going to equally be blending. The blending is the key when it comes to this product, the contour and all that. You make sure you blend it very well, because if you didn't blend very well, you might actually be running into some issues or something like that. So I'm going to be blending and just apply everything and just blend very well. You already know that blending is the key. And guys, I'm going to say this as well, the skin is popping. Her skin is really nice. So when you have a very nice skin, it's going to help your makeup pop. It's going to help your makeup be very good. So after that, I'm going to be contouring her nose bridge as well, starting from the beginning part of her brows, and then downwards towards her nose bridge and all that. So I'm going to contour the places and equally blend it. After doing that, I go over to adding her blush. I'm using the two products I showed you, the Becharmageless Cosmetics in pink, and the red shade is from Melanie lip stain. So I'm going to be applying the two products evenly, blending them together. Guys, for some reasons, after applying this product, I loved the outcome. It was not too reddish, it's not too pinkish, but I love how it feels on the face, how it looks on the face. I love it a lot. I don't know, but I just like it. I don't know, I think equally because she's light skinned, I just love how it feels and how it stays on her face. Okay guys, so I just blended that in, and then I move ahead with blending the concealer that was left under her eyes. That is the Younger Beauty. So I'm going to now blend it into the into the Kevin Aucoin, and get it ready to set. At this point, the Younger Beauty already dried up and it has enough coverage for me to go ahead and set and do anything I want to do at this point. And at this point, guys, you are going to bear me witness that this face is giving. Everything is okay. So guys, after that, I'm going to be going in with the Merak Cosmetics setting powder in the shade Ginger. I'm going to be using that to set her face. For some reasons, I actually said it that this particular product, I think it is just made for her. I said, I think it's just made for this person, because guys, I don't know, you can see how it feels. It's not too bright, it's not dark, but it just perfect for her shade. It's just perfect for her face. It's just so good for her face. It's just so okay. I don't know if you understand. Like, I don't know if, I think it has actually fit a lot of people that have used it on, but it was exceptional on her. I don't know, for some reason that's how I feel. Even when I was working, after blending the setting powder into her face, I just feel like, yeah, everything is intact, everything is okay. You know that feeling, right? Okay guys, so I go ahead and equally state the rest of the face, and I'm using my powder puff, of course, to set this particular process and procedure. I'm just, you know, setting the highlighted areas, of course, and the setting powder is good. So like, it's good, it's very, very good for this particular process, and that is good. Okay, after setting everywhere that I highlighted, I'm going to now go ahead and use my powder, the Sephora powder. If I was gonna say something else, it's a Sephora powder. I'm using that to, you know, set her low light. Yeah, because I'm going to try and match that with like her skin, her body shade and stuff. So I'm going to just keep blending and until I'm satisfied, as I'm picking the powder like one step at a time. Like, I'm picking it like so slow and so gently. I'm not really bringing on a lot of powders, because I don't want to use my brush to, you know, like go and scatter everything on the powder. So I'm just picking it one step at a time. So I take my time to build. When you are doing your powder placements, take time and build up. I say this all the time, take your time and build up. Even if like you end up adding like something, just build, take it easy. Okay, after that I begin to like set the contour everywhere that I contoured on her face, her nose bridge, the forehead, the cheeks, everywhere in particular. So I'm using a powder that is like a powder shade for that, to do that. I think I'm bringing it from a powder palette. Okay guys, after that I'm using the OPV Beauty blush palette to that's the blush I'm using for today, and this blush is lovely. I'm gonna say that is lovely. The brand sent me the products a while ago, and yeah, after when I used it for them, then I found out that the product is really nice, so it's really good. Okay guys, so I use that, and after that I move over to the brows. I'm going to be using this edge control to tame down her brows. So this edge control is really good when it comes to brows taming. You can use it. So I'm going to just tame down the brows and just slick it down. After slicking down the brows, I'm going to go ahead and use powder and set the brows. Okay, so that is it. Just set. When I set it, I'm going to use my brush and equally dust it off immediately. I'm not going to leave it there for a while for any reason. I'm not leaving it there, so I just go ahead and dust it out. Okay guys, having done that, I'm going to go ahead and start outlining the brows. I'm going to be using the Hager and Esther brow gel in the shade Nubia. Yeah, so I'm going to be using that to outline the brows, and yeah, basically. And the brush I'm using is from, of course, Merak Cosmetics. Merak, that's the name, in case you don't know when I say Merak Cosmetics. So it's actually Merak, M-E-R-A-K. Yeah, that's their name. So I'm just using that to outline the brows. And guys, you would want to be gentle when you outlining, because when you outline the brows and you do it properly, you do it correctly, I tell you, you will be happy with the end result. But when you are outlining brows, especially if you are doing skin work before your brows, you would want to be careful with outlining, because you don't want to go and outline and the shape is anything. No. So do it properly, do it gently, and you're going to be happy with the outcome. So I'm going to go ahead and just start filling the brows and filling everywhere I see, every possible place there is hair. There is no hair, like I'm just, you know, using light strokes to fill in everything. And my pencil is very sharp. I'm using the Davis pencil in the shade, yeah, there's a shade 003. I'm using that to fill in. Yes, so gently just fill out the brows, and just, you know, like I'm moving like with strokes and everything, and it's okay. Okay guys, so after filling in, and just, you know, brush it up, because the brows, the hairlines are tamed down, so I just have to brush them up so that they are going to give me a seamless and a nice feel. Okay guys, so after doing everything, I go ahead and start concealing the brows. I'm using the angled brush. It's a flat brush from Merak Cosmetics as well, and then the concealer is from Yanga Beauty. I think I mixed Yanga Beauty with Zikel Cosmetics, I guess so. And this concealer that I'm using to conceal the brows, according to me, I think is a bit dark. Yeah, I think it's a bit dark. Like, I should have used something that is much lighter than this on her brow bone, but I already did that. But I know that moving on, I was going to use when I'm setting it with powder, I'm going to go with something that is much brighter on the brow bone. Okay guys, so after concealing the down part of the brows, I'm just going to go ahead and set, you know, like blend the concealer inwards, blend it together. You know, even though like I said, the setting powder, the concealer is dark, it's not that bad anyway. It is bad, but not extremely bad. But I'm actually going to correct that because I'm going to brighten it up. You know, this is one thing about this makeup thing, about our makeup stuff. Knowing when you do something that doesn't work, like maybe you've done something and you feel like, oh no, this should have been this way, I think this would have been better, and you are aware that you've done that and you correct it. I think that is the point you get, and you will be able to know that, oh, you are beginning to do well as a makeup artist. Get to that point where you were able to identify your mistakes by yourself and correct them. Yeah, motivational speaker. Okay guys, so after that, you see I'm just setting the brows now, and of course on the brow bone I brightened it up. I use something that is lighter to brighten it up. Yeah, that is just, you know, something you can do it with powder. Just get a lighter shade of powder and add there, and you are good to go. But not when you actually use something extremely dark. You want to brighten it up, I don't think it's going to work for you. Just use something that is much better. Okay guys, so after that I just go ahead and set the face, not setting, bake the face. Now I'm still using the same setting powder from Merak in the shade Ginger. I'm still using that to bake. So I just put in the setting powder there because, like, first of all, the eyeshadow I want to the eyeshadow I want to create, I was thinking it was going to have pigment. Of course, the one I later created actually has pigment, but not like the way I was actually presuming it to be. So of course I bake because I want to catch the fallout, especially when it's going to be, there's going to be a pigmented eyeshadow on it. And when that happens, I'm going to just, you know, make sure that I bake and all that. Okay guys, so after that I'm going to be using my skin concealer from Nuban Beauty as her eyeshadow primer, because I'm going into eyeshadow already. So I'm going to be placing that on her eyes, and I'm going to blend. As I'm placing, I'm blending, even though like afterwards I'm going to use this brush and equally like buff it up and blend it in. So after doing that, I'm going to be going over to the Morphe eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be picking this shade that you see here, and I'm going to use that and just, you know, start creating her crease. So like I said in the video of the eyeshadow that I posted, I said it that the crease of this eyeshadow, like when I was creating this crease, it was what I had in mind to do was like I had in mind to create what is it called, to create a cut crease, but at the end of the day, you know, like some things happen and you change your mind. Yeah, something like that. After that, I went into the second shade, and I'm creating a more precise or more defined crease. You know, like it's not something too serious, just, you know, creating something more in depth and more defined and more beautiful. Okay guys, so after that I will just keep blending and to make sure that there is no harsh line, there is no anything bad, nothing. Just, you know, like keep going in and keep going in, and you are good to go. Okay guys, let me quickly take time to appreciate myself for this makeup. So when I was doing this makeup, I look at the client and I'm like, I think I'm doing well though. You know that point where you do your makeup, you do the makeup and you feel like you are doing great. Yeah, that's how I felt when I was doing this look. I felt like I was trying my best. Actually, not my best, but I think I'm doing well. Okay, guys, so moving on, I'm going to be using the, you see the brown shade that I picked from the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be using that to smudge out, or like I'm going to be using that to create a more deeper crease, as you see. So like I'm using a precise brush to like make a precision line. I'm creating it like that transition, not a transition line. I'm precisely creating a line on her crease line, because like, of course, like I said, that was an cut crease that was I had in mind, you know. Had it been I wanted to create like the smoky eye that I created for this look on the go, I don't think I could have actually started with this. Like I don't think I could have been doing it like this from the word go. Okay guys, so afterwards I begin to add a darker shade of eyeshadow on the outer part, that is in the outer view of the eyeshadow. I'm just adding that there, and as I'm adding it there, I'm equally smudging out, because I wouldn't want to see any hash line for any reason. So at the point when I even begin to see or begin to notice that there is a hash line for this eyeshadow, I begin to smudge it out immediately. Okay guys, so like blending in, if you guys know, like I think I've seen this eyeshadow so many places, even though like I can't remember if I've done this eyeshadow look before. Like I don't think I've ever created this look before. I don't think so. If I've created, I've forgotten. But like I've seen so many people create this look, and I'm like, you know what, today I'm going to try you. I don't think I got it 100% correct, but I think I did my best. Okay guys, so after that I begin to add the dark shade as well, just like I did in the outer V. I equally did that same thing in the inner part. That's a black, but this is not a full smoky. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So after that I got this eyeshadow palette, and I picked this particular shade from the palette. That's the golden shade, kind of. Then I begin to place that in the inner part, the center of the eyes. So it was not supposed to go towards the outer V. It was not supposed to go towards the beginning part. It's the golden part, the golden eyeshadow was just supposed to be at the center. That is how the eyeshadow look is created. So I just placed that there, and I blended out and made sure that I blended out. There is no hash line or no anything for any reason. I just made sure I applied very well and blend out. And guys, that was the end of the eyeshadow look, and yeah, I loved it. So after that I begin to dust out the fallout on the eyes, but of course I was not still done, because I was going to smudge the under eyes out. So had it been, if I dust out everything on the under eyes now, if I dust out everything, every certain powder there, so what will I now use to catch the fallout that will be falling when I'm smudging the under eyes? I don't know if you get me. So I was still going to leave some there until I'm done. So guys, I moved ahead to smudge out the under eyes. I'm using the very dark brown shade from the palette that I was showing you guys earlier. I use that shade, and I'm smudging, you know, and like blending, and make sure that I blended it properly and very well. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm just going to blend and blend, just blending, and this is the eyeshadow guys. Like I think I love not even I think I love the eyeshadow look, because I did well, honestly, even though this is my first time trying it out. But I think because if you have so many ideas, or so many if you have like the mind on how to create, like how to blend, of course you'll be able to do the eyeshadow. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to be lining the eyes. I'm using the gel liner, black gel liner, Zaron black gel liner. I'm going to be using that to line the eyeshadow. So that is it for that, just lining. And after lining, I just blended the dark lining with the eyeshadow down, so just, you know, like mix the both of them together, and everything is going to be fine. Okay guys, so after that I use my brush and just, you know, carved out, just to wing out the eyeshadow. And that is it. So I'm just going to be winging it. I'm equally using a concealer to do this process. And guys, why I'm doing this, I'm just taking like little or no products of the concealer. I'm not really going in too much with the product. It's just like very tiny concealer. You can see like I'm even fighting to, you know, blend out and other things. And this is it. After winging and everything, I fix the lashes, and I'm using the Zaron mascara. That is a 2-in-1 mascara, but for some reasons I think I saw 4-in-1. I don't see the 4 remaining one, but it is a 2-in-1. As I know, I use the mascara, especially this tiny one, to, you know, brush out the under eyes. And guys, this is coming together. This is like coming together. This look is beautiful. This look is excellent, guys. It's beautiful. It's nice. Okay guys, so I begin to smudge and blend everything together, and that is it. Nothing serious. I'm just blending them together, guys, making sure that everything is okay, everything is intact. Yeah. Okay guys, so that is it. I'm just, you know, doing that. I'm blending that, and yeah, that is it basically. Okay guys, so after that I'm going to be using the powder to, you know, like emphasize or re-emphasize on everything I've done. The blush, I get the blush back to just re-emphasize the powder. So I'm equally adding the cheek glaze. So this is the final point where I have to do like little or no touch up, like just like a touch up, just adding like equally the cheek glow or the cheek glaze. After that I'm using this airbrush setting spray to set and lock in the makeup, guys. I'm going to be using my fan as well to lock in, to like dry it up. This setting spray makes the whole difference. And after that I'm going to be using the Fenty Glow. Yes, I'm going to be using my Fenty Glow to add glow or like brightness on her cheekbones. Guys, this glow is really beautiful. I think this is the first time I'm using this shade, and I love it. I love the outcome. I love how it looks. I love everything. So after adding glow on the face, and I'm looking at this face, the face is equally looking and making sense and everything, I begin to add, went over to the lips. Of course, I first added the nude. I don't know, for like these days I'm beginning to like, I do the nude first before I begin to line, but the initial me would have actually lined and then begin to do the nude. But there is always a change in everything. Everybody changes, right? So guys, I begin to line the lips after adding the nude shade. I begin to line with a light brown, not really a dark brown. Of course I'm not lining with a dark brown. So I begin to line the lips, guys. So that is just lining, basically, nothing serious. Just adding the brown, and just, you know, I didn't want the lips to be like too pronounced. I think I would have just gone with this lips this way it is, instead of like doing the extra that I did, because she looks more beautiful with these lips like this. But you know me now, I was going to go ahead and do the extra that I will always do. But that is by the way. So I begin to blend the two of them together, the brown and the nude. So after that, the extra, yeah, of course I had to add pink. I think the reason why I decided to go with this a little bit of pink is because when she came in, she has this pink lips. So I'm like, since you have a pink lips, okay, let me now help you and equally make the lips a little bit pinkish. Guys, I don't know what you guys think. Do you think the pink shade actually fits her better than the nude? For me, I'm thinking the pink is a bit dramatic. Anyway, I would have actually gone with just the nude. So yeah, of course, me still being the dramatic person, I'll go ahead and added a little bit of nude inside the lips. So after that, I begin to gloss. I first started with this gloss, and I was like, you know what, I think this lips is already dramatic. Let me just go in with like a very light gloss, like gloss that is not thick or heavy or anything. After all, when I'm going to apply Soo Pro on the face, you're going to see everything is going to make sense. So when I added these lips, my head is telling me like, anyway, so I go ahead and actually use Soo Pro, and I spray the Soo Pro on her face. Guys, you know that Soo Pro of course makes a difference. you know that Soo Pro always makes a difference, because Soo Pro is going to bring everything together. Soo Pro is going to bring everything together, and of course everything is intact, everything is together. And this is honestly the end of the look. I hope you love this video, like, because I love this look as so much. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, put on your post notification, because I'm going to be doing more content like this beautiful piece here. And I'm going to see you next time. Bye.